Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shadows. Now let's take a little look at what's been going on in Paris, or should I say Groundhog Day FC. I'll see you guys in a sec. Meza now with the long ball lofted in, so many players in the box. Somebody just clear the ball, somebody clear the ball, and they have not cleared the ball. Ball is in the back of the net is what's happened. Marseille 1, Paris 0. That could have been very easily avoided, guys. Come on, we've got to do better than this. Headed away, get on the end of that. Kondogbia now, out wide, and oh, Ayu's put in another one. 2 shots, 2 goals. Marseille 2, Paris 0. And is it going to be another one of those games, guys? I really hope not. To Dahul on the edge of the box here. To Luis. Oh, what about that? Top corner. Marseille 2, Paris 1. And we're back in this, and I'd have to say that's pretty much a deserved goal to get back in the game. Here's long ball downfield. Donné Colaton's onto this, though. He shouldn't really be able to do a great deal from here, though. And oh, for fuck's sake. Calorio own goal this time. We were actually getting back into this game and somehow we're 3-1 down now. I don't know. Well, there you go, guys. Marseille 3, Paris 1. More chances, more shots, more everything, but we still can't win. That's tough, but gets it back anyway. Cherry's going to have to shoot from range here, you'd feel. Stepanenko, and what about that for Part J1 bombing on? Cherry into space. He must score. Luis does score in the end. Paris 1, Bordeaux 0. Luis, 9 goals this year. My goodness, did we need that goal. Ebweller whips it across. There's plenty of players in the box, and somehow the ball is sterned up in the back of the net. Paris 1, Bordeaux 1. Ah, dear. And it's cleared away. And there we go. Paris 1, Bordeaux 1, and it's like bloody Groundhog Day. Wijnaldum again. Bessabiani. Ball back post, and Basufa puts it in for Vitesse. And it's a deserved lead for them, frankly. It is. We should be playing better than we are, frankly. Poor from us. There we go. Vitesse 1, Paris 0. You know, they've deserved the win there. They created better chances. Uchan with a big tackle, but he can't get to the rebound. Guillaume's through. Great tackle from Sidibe. Perez is in there. Great tackle from Sidibe. Leborg is in there. And Calorio makes a save. William, of course, on the rebound, because rebound goals are OP. Stade Khan 1, Paris 0. Back to Samsonov. Part J1 turns. Goal. Top corner. Stade Khan 1, Paris 1. And it's no more than we've deserved, but my God, are we playing badly this season all of a sudden. 1-1 here. Yet again, we failed to win when we're the better team. My goodness. Cleared away. Maillard. Back to Ramirez. Whips it all the way into the back post, and it's put in the back of the net by Unchama. We've created nothing so far in this game and been awful. Goes skins Orberg at the back post here. He's running down towards the byline. Nobody in the box for him just yet. Somebody put a block in. Ramirez somehow still gets there, and it is 2-0 to Monaco. And frankly, they've deserved it. We've been absolutely shocking today. Luis. Part J1. It's in the back of the net there. Monaco 2, Paris 1. We're back in the game through Part J1, but my God, have we got a lot of work to do still. Holt's through, he's got space out wide. Can he find him? He does. Part J1's through. Can he score? He does. Monaco 2, Paris 2. 2 goals from Park J1 today. What a performance. Part J1, huge space. However, Holt's through here, goes to the back post. Orberg, there we go. Monaco 2, Paris 3. What a turnaround. First ever goal for Gustav Orberg. What a comeback. Those tactical changes have made a hell of a difference today, guys. Wow. Part J1, bit of space for him perhaps. Slips it through for Holt. Holt turns goal. Monaco 2, Paris 4, Ivor Holt. What a second half performance from us. This is incredible. There we go. Monaco 2, Paris 4. A tactical switch at half time made one hell of a difference. Error. From miles away. Oh, for the love of God. Paris 0, Stade Reims 1, of course. And there we have it, guys. Yet another game like this. I just don't know what to do anymore. Right, we're back. So, yeah, before we get into anything, if we can get 150 likes on the episode, that would be fantastic. And today's question of the day is a relatively simple one. How do you stop players from wanting to leave for bigger competitions or clubs with bigger reputation, especially when you have managed Red Star Belgrade? When you managed Red Star Belgrade. Basically, I don't really know. Like, I just try to keep them happy, so we keep the squad morale high, so you keep them, you know, make sure they've got squad statuses that reflect so you don't get disharmony in the squad. And frankly, if they want to leave, I generally go for the I don't think you're going to get enough game time, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you just have to let them go. I had to do it with Jovic. China just left. I don't really know what happened there, and it's just one of those things. But generally, I've not had huge problems with it. Sometimes we've had issues, but for the majority of times, I've managed to keep hold of my best players on these saves. And sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and take it. But for example, with Cherry here, we've managed to keep hold of him, basically. I'm not really sure how, but he's just quite content here, and that's a good thing. About having a good relationship with the player really does help. So there we go. If you do have any ideas for a question of the day, Do drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Right, just a sort of sidebar before we actually get into the episode properly is that obviously I'm ill, but I'm now additionally ill because I've now picked up a cold or a virus or something, and my throat feels like something's crawled inside my face and died. But in the immortal words of Freddie Mercury, let's play some Football Manager. So, with that actually in mind, now I'm looking at the amount of time we've got left before FM16 comes out. Now, it looks like it's either going to be the 30th, 31st, that kind of time, basically, or maybe even the 1st of November. So I want to see, I'm trying to work out how many more seasons I'll be able to get in, and I'm not sure if they'll actually be able to do another one, because I do want a couple of days in between where I can have no videos, but I will still be doing stuff, preparing for FM16, because I've got a lot of stuff that needs to be done, basically. So I'm not entirely sure whether this may well be the last season with Paris as well. It depends on whether I can work out if there's enough room to get one more in with a few spare days, basically. So I'll be having a look at that as well. So, yeah. Now, the only game we've won this month, interestingly, was the only game I started with a different tactic. I started that with the old tactic to see if it was just that the new tactic was just not going to work. And then I switched to the new tactic once we were 2-0 down at half-time, and that's when we scored 4 goals. So clearly this tactic does work. I just don't quite get why it isn't sometimes. And so often this month, we've, again, like I said, it's like Groundhog Day. We've had games where we're probably the better, or at least as good as, and we just haven't been able to get through. Some days we just had some huge chances that we just missed, and admittedly, having no Alberto Cherry has not helped, I must say. But it's a really poor state of affairs at the moment. We're still in touch with the top 6, though, which is important. But the last game, losing 1-0 at home to Stade Reims, they're poor this year. They're not the team they were. They were 16th going into that match, I think. And we just... I mean, they played well, but they didn't play as well as to win the game. I think we should have at least got a draw from that, but it's just as usual. There we go, guys. Anyway, this is how things stand in the league at the moment. We're just going to go to the squad quickly, and then I can switch it back. So we're 7th in the league at the moment, 4 points off of 6th. We need to keep in touch with the teams above us, basically. Those teams are vitally important that we stay close. Cherry's fallen off the radar because he's been injured. De Hul's still got some assists, though, which is good. Park Jae-won's getting some Man of the Match awards, and frankly is the only player that is really standing out, like week in, week out, basically. I mean, we actually drew against Stade Khan, who at the time were bottom of the league. Outrageous. Lyon are our next opponent, by the way, guys, after today's game. They are currently sitting bottom of the league. We're away from home, and I almost guarantee they'll be playing like Barcelona in that match. But there you go. So let's take a little look at the squad. So top goal scorer at the moment is Park Jae-won now with 12 goals in 16 matches, which is outrageously good. 3 assists. He has just been superb this year. He could genuinely get 20 goals this year, and that would be outrageous, and I would love it. Cherry there with 9, and Luis has 9 goals and 7 assists already. He's well on his way to the double figures. Aslan, though, 3 goals, 4 assists. Not bad. If he carries on like that, I think he might just do it. Iverholt, 3 goals and 3 assists, and he's only started 3 matches. What more do you want from the lad, really? Knope's made a few. Dahul, there, with 10 assists already, although admittedly he hasn't got one this month. Still not bad, though. I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm talking about shots to goals. Cherry has 102 shots and 11 goals, so... he's scoring with just over 10% of his chances, whereas someone like Ivor Holt has got 3 goals from 35, so just under 10% of his chances. So still not too bad. Anyway, let's get into things against Vitesse today. Now, of course, we lost 1-0. Very unlucky. Well, I mean, they were the better side, I have to say. We just weren't good enough on the night. But I feel like today at home, we can win this game, and should, if Lech Poznan don't start mouthing off, and by mouthing off I mean scoring goals, we should be okay. But, you know, we've only played them once. Look at this, it's just so patchy. Like, we started off the season, look at this, and then it just the patchiness set in. We've not actually lost back-to-back games, or drawn back-to-back games, or won back-to-back games. It's just so inconsistent. That's the thing that's bugging me. You know, loss, draw, win, loss, win, draw, win. That's a good little spell there. See, that was when things got a little bit better, but I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Anyway, so what I do is I switched back to the other tactic. Now, one change I have made is I've moved both of these two back to being defence, because, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm tempted to maybe go back to what it was like before, because frankly I've not noticed any discernible difference since that happened, basically. So I'm tempted to just go back to stopper and cover again, because if anything we looked worse without that. So that's the team we're going to go with. Let me just move some stuff around. I'm giving Orberg a chance lately, although Mbar has sort of been there as well, but Orberg's going to get a few games and he's not been looking awful. If you actually look at his overall rating, look, 6.89 in the games that Mbar's played, and a 7.36 for Orberg. I'm liking his odds, so Mbar might be actually used, you know, there might be a bit of a transition going on there, which is surprising, because Mbar was just dominating that, but as you can see, Mbar has got the same level in the green circle now, so that could be an interesting one. Right, before we get too deep into this, let's get straight into the episode. Now, we haven't, well, they really do love Abraham and Byron these things. Now, against the 4-4-2, this tactic should work. Frankly, we've played really well against 4-4-2s. Any team with 3 at the back or with a narrow midfield as well, this works well against. The only tactic I've seen this that doesn't work so well against is the one with the 2 advanced wingers, basically, and then a dropped-in DM. That's the one that really got us. That's what Monaco were playing. But they actually switched it up at half-time and went 3 up top for some reason, despite being 2-0 up, and that absolutely killed them. That was the reason Monaco lost to us, because they went 3 up top whilst they were 2-0 up. Very, very strange behaviour. I want to win this one. This is important. We need to win this group. And I think, have we got a penalty here? We have a penalty, I think, but there was no replay. There was no, highlight to actually show us how we won it. There we go. Paris won. Vitesse 0. Jakob Bulens scores the penalty. I don't know what actually happened, but... Oh, we're going to find... Oh, no, we're not. We're just going to get a highlight of the penalty being taken. That's really weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Also, and most notably, 82% possession in the first 4 minutes of this game. That is crazy. And hopefully, a sign of things to come. I don't know really what's happened there, but Bulens has put the penalty away. Also, Aubert scored his first goal for the club in the win against Monaco, and it happened to be the winner in that game, so fair play to him, basically. To come and do that is crazy. Stefanovic now for Vitesse. We need to win this, but we've given ourselves a good chance of doing that. So, Bakker. Calorio makes a big save. Calorio's looked okay, but as usual, goalkeepers just, yeah. I mean, he's made some great saves for us at times, but the own goal and all that kind of crap, that's just goalkeepers these days, isn't it, really? Ruiz now, and they're not really closing him down that well. Partey 1, a bit of space out wide. Bulens again here. Aslan, Dahul comes back for Luis, and Aslan puts it in the back of the net. 14 minutes gone. Paris 2, Vitesse 0. Where was this when we played them in Holland? My God, this has been the perfect start to this game, really. We've been brilliant. A little bit clumsy here. I thought the chance should have been put away initially. By Dahul, but he gets knocked off the ball. Luis misses it, and then Aslan puts it in for his 4th goal of the year. That's more like it from Aslan. If we could grab a couple more today and just batter them on goal difference. I don't know whether it is head-to-head or goal difference in this group. I forget. But, let's win both. If we win this game by more than a goal, then we'll get the better head-to-head as well. So that's all good. Ball over the top. Aslan's made a great run here. Can he turn and shoot? Wow. Urgent Aslan, what a bit of play that is. That is something I would not even have seen Alberto Cherry do. I don't even know how he controlled that, but we're going to find out in a sec, guys. There was 3 players around him, and he managed to bring it down, duck inside, and then finish calmly. Great ball from Dahul, another assist for him. Look at this. Control, though. On the foot, inside 2 of them, and wraps his foot around it beautifully. Paris 3, Vitesse Arnhem 0. What a performance. He's taken a knock, but my God, is he playing superbly at the moment. Lek are beating Strømsgodset, so that's going to make the interesting... Wow, we really are on our game today. Perhaps a hat-trick for Aslan. That would come out of nowhere. Starting to see the Aslan of that very first year with us, really. Wijnaldum, ball downfield, win the header. Uh-oh. And that should be mopped up comfortably, though, by Carlos Ruiz. In for Bulens, getting us away nice and quickly. I'm almost tempted to up the tempo at some point, just to test it out. Luis. And through for Aslan, and Aslan makes it 4-0. Just occurred to me, Aslan's playing up front today. I should have paid attention to the quick pick there, but what a performance from the kid. Hey, he's scored a hat-trick inside half an hour. Dahul's ball up to Luis. Luis dinks it over the top. I thought Aslan might have been offside. He wasn't, and he just rolls it into the bottom corner. Paris 4, Vitesse Arnhem 0. Wow, what a performance. These seem to come along, though. That's what I don't understand. Clearly, we're capable of playing this well, but they just seem to be so inconsistent with it, and that's really bizarre. Bulens on the edge here. Dahul on the edge. Can he find a pass? He knows that he's got an eye for it. Partey 1. Luis turns inside. Will he shoot? No, he doesn't. Goes back to Luis. Out for Ruiz. I think we may have a 5th goal coming here. Bulens on the edge. Dahul can turn. Dahul can shoot. Luis can shoot. And another big save from the goalkeeper. My goodness. Vitesse are getting absolutely destroyed in this first half. Dahul. And it's going to be cleared. Wijnaldum will lump that downfield, and Sadibi cuts it out. This is perfect football from us, really. This is what this tactic is designed to do. Have maximum amount of possession, maximum amount of pass completion, shooting chances, many shoots and many dribbles, basically. Many shoots and many sprints. And Lek have been equalised against. That would be perfect for us, really, because then we'd be 5 points clear. Performance has been superb. 3 assists for Luis. The man is a machine. On his day, he's outrageously good. And, of course, Aslan with the 3 goals. I mean, we can't deny that's fantastic. they've gone, interestingly, dropped back to a 4-5-1 system. I'm presuming that's sort of a damage control type of thing. So we'll probably just continue to put the pressure on for the second half. We might struggle to get through them a bit more now that they've gone to 4-5-1. That 5 in the middle is quite a difficult one to break down, but don't rule us out of getting more goals in this game yet. If they're going to be that withdrawn, we may well just be able to pick them off at will. Right. I'm thinking of making the first substitution now because we've got a few tired players, one of whom is part J1. So we're going to get Knope on. Aslan's completed his hat-trick. He's been superb, and I'm actually going to get him off and get Holt on because this is a chance for Holt to get himself a goal maybe and get some more confidence flowing through his veins because we need that right now with Cherry out. Cherry got a sprained ankle in one of the games and missed 3 weeks, so he's missed the last 3 games in all competitions, 4 if you include this one. I don't know how many more he's going to be out for, but it's important that we've got players that can step into that role basically, and hopefully Holt will do it. Obradovic has had a go at it. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. Ayari's had a go at it. Holt, he's good in these positions. Oh, those are the sort of chances that I would usually expect either Holt to just slot in quite comfortably, frankly, but you can't always get it. Oh dear. Sorry guys, my throat is crazy sore. That's the real issue for me. I'm worried that it might be something like glandular fever coming back, and that would be horrific for me right about now, particularly with the liver problems. Bruno, that's a poor effort from him. His father, Frank, will be very, very frustrated by him. Let's see. Lek leads Strom's good set again. I would really like a draw there if at all possible. It would make our lives much easier, potentially with the chances of winning this group. Although, you know, 3 wins out of 4 and close in the other game is fairly solid for us. Luis, lovely knockdown there. Knope. And that's won by Bulens, who's been solid today. I don't know what his rating is. 7.6 is fairly solid. Admittedly, that's probably because he got the goal. Apologies. Knope now. To Luis. Can he get another chance? He's going to go through alone. Oh, my life. Wow. Paris 5, Vitesse 0. And I'll tell you what, Luis might well be on for man of the match now. Aslan may have a hat-trick, but Luis has now got himself... Well, he's only got a 9 there. He's now got 3 assists and a goal. Knope does this brilliantly. I thought he'd slip this through for Holt. Doesn't. Goes alone, and it is 5-0 to Paris FC. And this is what we're capable of. We've had games where we've created more chances than this, and ended up scoring none at all, and that's what worries me. Clearly we've got it in us. Let's keep the clean sheet though. Dia cleared away, and Dahul can bring this down. Can he set us away? Either Holt is ready for this. Dahul's going to go wide with it. He's going to lose the ball, isn't he? Nope, does well. Back post. Holt brings it down. Beautiful play from Holt, and it is 6-0 to Paris. One of the biggest wins we've had. I think we hit 7 past someone in the group stages or something at one point, but a 6-0 victory over a team that literally 3 weeks ago beat us 1-0 comfortably. And Holt has grabbed himself another goal, another appearance for him and another goal. Paris 6, Vitesse 0. And it's very, very strange. On another day, we'd have lost this game probably, and that's what I mean. And today we've won 6-0. What a performance. I really don't know who will get man of the match. I think it will still be Aslan. Yes, it is. But what a performance from pretty much everyone there, frankly. Knope got an assist, Holt got a goal, Bulens got a goal, Luis with 3 assists and a goal. Brilliant stuff. We've scored 14 goals in 4 matches in the group and only 4 conceded. This is the kind of form that we need to take into the league. Admittedly, of course, the opposition is slightly weaker, which would make a lot of sense. But the point is, the next game we've got Lyon. And I fully expect us to probably lose that game, no matter what we do. Despite the fact they're bottom, I almost guarantee that we will lose that. But there we go. So in the next episode, we, of course, are doing Paris Saint-Germain. Now, in the meantime, we've got Lyon, Lorient, and Lec. No, we've actually got a few games in between. So we've got Lyon, Lorient, Lec, and Nancy before the Paris Saint-Germain game. And that will be the, culmination in the next episode. So we've got to win that. Our home to Lorient, frankly, is winnable too. Our home to Lec is a huge game. And away at Nancy, we should be winning some of these matches, but I have a horrible feeling that we won't. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like on the video. That would be magnificent. And if you'd like to even more than that, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, going into FM16, where things are going to get even more sexy. I don't know why I said that in such a creepy tone. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.